Hi, this is Ginger from My Sister Scrapper. Welcome back to part 2 of our Back to School Pocket Page mini album. And this mini album project features a kit that you can purchase at Theresa The Scrapbooking Queen's Facebook page. So you can go ahead and get your kit, and you can go ahead and go back and watch the video and see how we made this cute little mini album. The papers are from the Simple Stories Smarty Pants collection. And you'll get everything you need to create this mini album in the kit. So what I'm going to try to do is only use what comes in the kit, so that way you can see exactly how you can put it together. You can always add extra things if you want to. So where we left off was we were going to go ahead and get all of our pages created and get the papers all adhered. And these are the ones that I've done so far. So this is going to be my first page and my second page, 3, 4, and then 5. So what we're going to do next, the kit comes with these 3 book rings. So I'm going to go ahead and do the binding using the 3 book rings that come with the kit. You don't have to use the book rings. You can just use a hinge binding system if you want to. You can use your bind it all or your cinch, but I'm going to use the rings that came with the kit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your crocodile and you're going to punch 3 holes in each page along the side that we glued together, not the folded edge. The folded edge is going to be on the right, and your holes will be on the left. Make sure you punch your holes on the side that is where we glued it together with our wet glue. So take your crocodile, and I went ahead and measured. The kit comes with these fabulous extra large eyelets, which are really hard to come by, so that's a great deal that you get these in the kit. And I love the idea that there's different colors, so you can put different colors on each page to match whatever papers you use. So what I did was I measured and I punched my holes 3/8 of an inch from the outside edge. So what I did is I took my Tim Holtz centering ruler and I found the center. I am a little anal like this, but I wanted to make sure I got the first one centered. So I used my centering ruler and I marked the first hole in the center, and again I did it 3/8 of an inch away from the edge, and that's where I wanted to put the center of the hole. And then I just made a little dot, and then I took my crocodile and punched a hole, and I used the 3/16 inch hole, which is the larger one. And then what I did is after I punched that hole, then I went over to the edge and did 3/8 of an inch from the outside edge and from the top. So that way I have my holes evenly spaced. And once you do one, you can use that as a template and mark the others. Or you can just take a piece of cardstock and make a little template like that and then go along and mark them, whichever way works. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your extra large eyelets and you're going to put those in, and I'm going to show you how to put these together, which I'm sure you know how to do this, but if you've never done the extra large ones, they're just like the regular eyelets, but they look kind of cool because they have a bigger rim on there. And then take your crocodile, and again we use the larger 3/16 hole punch. So then we're going to use the eyelet setter, which is right here, and then you're going to turn this, and it has a guide here. You'll see which one is the bigger one of these. And then you put your eyelets in there like this. And then you take your crocodile and you put the peg in the hole and you just squeeze. Just like that. So go ahead and set your eyelets. Okay. So there you go. So they're going to have this really cute big side, and then they still look really nice on the other side as well. The only thing about the extra large eyelets, and I didn't realize this after I had made the mini album, was you do lose a little more space inside your pocket, your tag, but that's fine. It still works really good. So we're going to go ahead, and I went ahead and did this on the rest of my pages. So that's my 5th page. So there's my my eyelets in all of my pages, my 5 pages. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do our covers. So our covers measure 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And since we're using the black chipboard, it makes it nice. We don't have to cover that. We can just use that as our border. And on my covers, I like my border to be not as big as I have on my pages. So I cut my paper for my my covers to be 3 5/8 by 4 5/8. And I decided to use the chevron for the outside of my cover. And then I like to use score tape to apply my cover and around my edges, again with the black soot Tim Holtz Distressing. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the tape backing off. go ahead and oops, make sure you have no tape sticking out like I did. And line it up there. And press it down. This just gives you a small little tiny black edge. And then go ahead and do the inside, which I already did on this one. And then do the back cover as well. So this is my back cover. And then what you want to do to mark the holes in your covers is you take one of your pages and you're going to go ahead and mark, line it up. And what I did is I kept the binding edge flush with the covers, and then I just centered it from top to bottom. And then I took my pen and I just marked my holes where I wanted them. Again, I kept it flush with the binding edge, and then I centered it top to bottom. And I just went ahead and used my Crop-A-Dile and punched my holes. And then once you get one cover, you can go ahead and do the second cover. So we'll do the second cover here. So again, just line it up. And take a pen and mark your holes like so. Take your Crop-A-Dile and go ahead and punch. And if you don't have a Crop-A-Dile, you can use a regular hole punch, but I will tell you right now, this is chipboard, so it's pretty thick, and the nice thing about the Crop-A-Dile is it will punch through with no problem. Okay, so we got our holes punched in our two covers, and then we're going to go ahead and set our eyelets just like we did in our pages. And I've chosen these little orange ones here. Same thing like we did the pages. So there's the front, and now we'll do the back. And I want the larger edge to show on the outside of my book, so I'm going to put these on like this. So this is my back cover right here. So there's our two covers. Super cute. So now what you can do is go ahead and take your rings and put them in your book. And they just separate like this. Maybe. Okay, we'll fix that one later. Okay, so instead of putting the rings in, what we're going to do is we're going to make our tags for the top. And because we lost a little extra space in there, what I like to do is I like to take my ruler, and I had to kind of remeasure. So from the edge of our eyelet to the outside edge is a little over 2 3/4. So I made my tags to fit 2.5. And I made them 5 inches tall because I wanted them to stick out at the top. If you don't want them to stick out at the top, you can make them a little bit shorter. But this is what they're going to look like, and they'll slide right in the top like that. And I made them all the same design. I just like consistency sometimes throughout my pages. And I used the same chevron print that I used on my front cover. And then I used the grid paper on the back. So you're going to need 5 tags. And again, mine measured 2 1/2, excuse me, by 5. And then to make this little angle edge, I used my We Are Memory Keepers Crop-A-Dile corner chomper, and I used the one that's angle. It's the one with the pink handles. You just take it and stick the corner in there and punch, and it makes a perfect angle. If you don't have this punch, what you can do is take your scissors and you can trim off at an angle wherever you want it, and then take that piece, flip it over, and put it on the other side, and then trim exactly the same. But this is the best. You can make your own tags, and it's really, really fast and easy. So you're going to go ahead and make 5 tags, and then the mats that I made for these, are going to be 2 1/4, and I made them 4 1/2. So I left a 1/2 inch difference here because I wanted to make sure that my angle was right at the corner here. So there you go. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put any ribbon, or I might just punch some small tiny holes and do some twine. So we're going to put those in our book, our tags. And the nice thing is, since they're all exactly the same, you don't have to worry about which one goes in which. So what we're going to do now is we have our pages in order, and we have our little tags in here, and we got our covers ready. So we're going to take our rings and we're going to just bind our book. And it's super easy. I'm sure you guys all know how to do this, but if you're a beginner and you've never used the book rings, this is how I like to do it. I like to start with the center hole and just line all the pages up, and then you just push them together like this. Okay, so once you get the center one in, then you can go ahead and do the outer ones. And I like to do 3. It just helps the book turn a little bit better, and it keeps the pages together a little bit more. So, and make sure you get them all in there. I've done that before. And the last one. So there you go, just like that. And then what you can do is we're going to go ahead and decorate our cover. You can decorate some of the inside pages, make you some tags for in here. Again, I was going to use these, but I'll probably have to trim them down because they're not going to fit in there like that. So just go ahead and decorate the cover, and you can use your sticker sheet that came. That's what I'm going to use. There's some cute elements on here to decorate your cover. So there you go, everybody. We'll come back and do the last video, and we'll just do a show and tell, and I'll show you the completed mini album. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.